Laptopnya Nick. Pakai laptop lu Nick. Cek.
Hello, 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 hello.
That's right.
Hello, hello. Testing. Testing. Testing, testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
So here is on.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. 1 2 1. Check 1. One, check, check one. So we start, yeah? Okay. Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, guys. Okay, thank you very much for coming to this seminar held by Faculty of Engineering and Information Technology. So we are very grateful that students from Information Technology, Mechatronics, and also Industrial Engineering could present to this seminar. Our topic today is Techopreneurship in the blockchain and Web3 era. Okay, and today we would like to know the progress or the latest development of the Techopreneurship, especially in the blockchain era. Okay, so we would like to give big applause for AAG, our partners, Okay, very welcome, Ibu Filiana. Thank you very much for Ibu Filiana Santoso as a rector at Swiss German University, that could give a welcome speech, and also Pak Maula Hikmah as a Dean of Engineering and Information Technology Faculty, Mr. Koi Eng as the IT Study Program Head, and also Sandy Chow. Hello, Sandy. Vice President Operations from AAG, and also all our friends from AAG. Special thanks also for Jason and Yevon. I think you already know them. Okay, our agenda today, first we would like to have a ceremony, to start the cooperation and collaboration between SGU dan AAG. Both of these institutions already signed the memorandum of understanding. Okay, and after that we would like to invite Ibu Filiana to give welcome, and also Sandy to give a small short speech. Okay, thank you. So before, I think we already complete, So now we start our first agenda today. So I would like to invite Ibu Filiana and to come forward, and we could start MOU as the ceremony, as the ceremony of this cooperation, just a symbolic, as a symbolic, symbolic moment that we already have the cooperation in Swiss German University. Okay, big applause, So hopefully this event could give beneficial for both of institutions. Okay, thank you. So I would like to ask Ibu Filiana sit there, and the next, I'd like to invite Ibu Filiana to give speech, for this cooperation and event. Please, Bu.
Thank you, James. Good afternoon, everybody. Glad to be here. Hello. Good to have you here on campus back. I hope semester break is enough for you, but semester break is never enough. Field's never enough. But welcome back to our campus, and I'm honored to be in this event. A special thank you for AAG for opening up their hands to cooperate with us at the Swiss German University. AAG is a infrastructure company that plays in the digitalization, in the state-of-the-art digital technology such as blockchain, metaverse. So after signing this ceremony, I'm really glad that we could have, maybe in the near future, a metaverse seminar. Don't you agree? Let's have a metaverse seminar. Maybe then in the next future that We even don't need to come to our campus, although it's always nice to be in our campus, right? And meet the real persons. I hope through this MOU, which is now today's seminar is one of the first activity that we're gonna have. I was informed that the next activity, if even be in plan already, is on the way, where AAG will support you SGU students to build startup company by mentoring you in the digital from the side of technology, as well as not only from the technology side, but also from the venture capital side. Who doesn't need capital, right? For Sarah, you could have a Nobel Prize idea, but if you don't have the financial, it's not going to be something real. So I am very thankful that AAG also opens this possibility to SGU students to function as a venture capital to your ideas, and even involved not at the end of the process of building a startup, but from the very beginning to function as a mentor together with our awesome lecturers in the Faculty of Engineering and IT. And I'm always thrilled about the students from the Faculty of Engineering and IT because they have awesome knowledge, very solid knowledge, and also they produce great products in their thesis. I'm always amazed to see the robots and how they develop the technology. And I'm sure it's going to be one of the very useful way for you guys to become the future entrepreneurs or future unicorn. Thank you very much. I wish a pleasant and insightful seminar for this afternoon. And thank you also for our alumni who has definitely played their hands in building this cooperation. Thank you so much. Now I give it back to James Purnama. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Bu Fili, for your speech. Yeah, hopefully, Bu Fili's speech can give motivation, yeah, for all students, yeah, to learn the new technology, Web3 and blockchain, and also metaverse. So next, I would like to invite Sandy Chow to give your short speech, your opinion, and also maybe your for our student about this cooperation.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. So lovely to see so many of you here to join us today. Thank you, Pat James. Thank you, Ms. Filomena, for inviting us. We are super honored to be here with you all today on behalf of AAG. I have brought half of our team Indonesia here to join me today, so there are more of us for you to speak with later on. We're super excited with the partnership with Swiss German University. Swiss German University have a proven record of producing top quality students like yourselves sitting here in front of us right now. Not only are you intelligent, hardworking, and also with great ethics, your English speaking skills is highly useful for companies like us who operate globally. You guys are so good. We've actually hired 2 of you already standing here and who will be speaking to you shortly. AAG is super looking forward to the collaboration with Swiss German University to maximize your potential via Web3 technology. We're committed to educate and inspire you, all of you sitting in this room and others at SGU, to utilize what you're learning every day through your degree and coursework at SGU, and how you can contribute to the growth of the Web3 economy and supporting Indonesia to be a leading country in adopting Web3 technology. So together, we're confident that we can achieve AAG's company ambition to onboard 1 billion users into by 2030. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you so much for attending. Thank you, Team SGU.
Okay, thank you, Sandy. Yeah, what a great plan, yeah, between AAG and Swiss German University, yeah, for this cooperation. Okay, so next session is a photo session. Yeah, so I would like to invite Ibu Filiana, Sandy, and all AAG and also experts to make 2 sessions photo. First here, yeah, with the backdrop, and then the second part, yeah, with all of you here. Okay, yeah. So I would like to invite Eng also, Paco, AAG team, Jason, Yvonne, yeah, as the speakers, please. Yeah, position, yeah. AAG and others, okay. Thank you. And now the second session, yeah, second part, yeah, we take photo there here and photographer from there to take photo with the participant. If we, yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, Ibu Billy, Sandy. Yeah. So Ibu should go back to classroom. Thank you for your time. Okay. Yeah. So I know that you want to listen directly, yeah, for our topic. Yeah. Beda. So I would like to invite, yeah, all speakers, yeah, from AAG, yeah, Sandy, yeah, Jason, and also Yvonne. Okay. So I would like to give you a short introduction. Yeah. Sandy is the Vice President, yeah, operation of AAG. Yeah. While Jason, yeah, and Yvonne, yeah, you know Jason. Yeah, Jason is our alumni from IT study program, and now Jason at AAG. So that's Yvonne. Actually, Yvonne is our master IT students and also teaching here. Yeah, and Yvonne also work at AAG. Okay, as a metaverse and Web3 specialist, cybersecurity expert. Okay, so now I'd like to invite you to sit there. Yeah, and we directly start this. Okay, we start with Sandy. Yeah. Okay, Sandy, start first.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Please welcome Sandy with big applause.
Thank you. Thank you. Can I just check you can hear me okay at the back? Excellent. I feel like a celebrity here. You are my first audience from students at university. Thank you, Park James, for the introduction. I feel more at home now. That was my first photo ceremony in Asia as well. So let me tell you a little bit about me. Introduction. Let me introduce myself and Yvonne and Jason a little bit more. So like Pat James said, my name is Sandy Chow. I am the Vice President of Operations at AAG. What that means is I am mom. I am mother to everyone at AAG. I look after all of our employees. I also make sure that they understand what it is that they have to do every day in their job, and to provide them with the training they need and the tools they need to perform at their best, to help AAG to deliver and serve out the best quality services and products to our community. I am Chinese origin. I was born in Hong Kong, but I have lived in the UK and also right now. This is my first time since I was 9 years old. This is the first time I've ever been to Indonesia. This is the first time I've been to Jakarta. So I arrived on Sunday. Thank you. Thank you. I love the food that my team's been introducing me to so far. I'm not too much enjoying your traffic jams. That is I'm still adjusting to that. Okay. So that's a little bit about me. Let me pass you on to Jason, and I'll ask Jason to introduce himself a little bit more.
Yeah, thank you, Sandy, for that wonderful introduction. So yeah, my name is Jason Yapri. As Pak James already said, I'm an alumni of SGU during in information technology. So I graduated in 2017 before I further my education in entrepreneurship in University of Nottingham. So my current role is metaverse and software engineer in AAG. So I work with cross-functional teams to build our own Sakura metaverse. Maybe I to Yevon for his introduction. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jason, for the introduction, and thank you, Sandy. So, Sandy is the first time in Jakarta, and because she said that she was a mother figure, sometimes we call her as Auntie Sandy. Auntie Sandy. So yeah. Okay, so my name is Yevonil Andrew. So by education, I'm a civil engineer. And then I did a postgraduate study in Liverpool John Moores University. So currently I'm involved in the cybersecurity research project at Swissman University in collaboration with the Indonesia HoneyNet project and National Cyber Agency of Indonesia. In AAG, I'm working as cybersecurity and software engineer, utilizing science and AI to enhance company security product and solution. So that is for me. I think we pass to the next one.
Okay, thank you. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have got a lot of time together today. So let me start off with telling you a little bit more about AAG as a company before sharing with you what we would like to talk to you about today for the rest of the afternoon. A little bit about AAG. We are a software company. We are a software startup company, and we're currently about 1.5 years old. Our mission is to connect people from Web 2, the world as you and I know it now, into Web 3. It could be individuals like you and me, and it could be companies, big corporates. Like I mentioned earlier, our ambition is to onboard 1 billion users into the metaverse economy by 2030. So everyone can get the opportunity to benefit the own economic opportunities through this new wonderful technology. We have got 70+ people, employees working for AAG across 19 countries. We're fully remote. We don't have a physical office anywhere. And we are living the true spirit of a startup company in the Web3 world. And just to give you a few examples of the product and services that we offer right now, we recently launched our own crypto wallet. Hands up, how many of you sitting here owns a crypto wallet? All right, great. Hands up, how many of you have any interaction with cryptocurrency? Good. None of you are putting your hands up, and that's a good sign. Because by the end of today, when we finish here, I can promise you all, if you're interested, you will have your hands on a crypto wallet, because AAG is going to be giving you all an NFT, which we'll tell you more about it later, and via our own crypto wallet, Meta One. That is one of the products we offer to our communities right now. Secondly, I want to talk to you. We currently have our AAG Academy, which is why we're here today with my team. In order for us to onboard the 1 billion users, we are fully aware that we need to educate people first, not just on the basics, but also speaking the language so they know what Web3 is about, to help them to understand how best it will benefit them in their everyday lives. And finally, we also, just for today, it's very, very exciting for us because it's very new. AAG also have our own blockchain. How many of you know what a blockchain is? Hands up, please. Again, very, very few of you. Okay, but there are a few hands. Well, hopefully at the end of this session, more hands will show up because Jason and Yevon will tell you a little bit more. We've got our own blockchain, and Jason is actually part of our in-house metaverse experts, and he is currently building our own AAG metaverse using Sakura blockchain right now. So that's a little bit about AAG and what we do. Let's talk about what we're going to share with you for the rest of the afternoon. It might be a little bit too small for you to see at the back, but let me talk you through it. Because majority of you may not have heard of Web3 or blockchain before, for you to understand and to make sure the next 1 hour or 2 hours you're going to spend with us is worth your while, Jason is going to give you some basic foundation knowledge so you can understand the rest of the story we will be sharing with you today. After that, Jason and Yevon are going to start their inspiration process. We will be sharing with you some real life case study examples on how Web3 technology is being used today. It's not the future. It's not in 10 years, 15 years time. It's happening right now. And we will be telling you and sharing with you some examples and hopefully inspire you to think how in your everyday interaction, how you can turn what is currently happening and existing into Web3, into the metaverse. Next, if you're still interested in a career or in Web3 and we haven't lost you yet, I will be sharing with you what does it take to start your own business, especially within technology and Web3. I would try and help you self-identify whether or not you have got what it takes, but I'm not just going to tell you why you should do it and all the benefits you can receive. Auntie Sandy is going to keep it real for you. I'm going to share with you the potential challenges you can also face if you start your own business, especially in the tech industry and Web3. But I will balance it out and call out the opportunities on all the possibilities if you've got what it takes that you can overcome and the rewards that comes with it. If you're still interested in starting your own business by that time, especially in Web3, I'm going to give you some top tips and tools to get you started on how you can start your own business. Just the early few steps to get you start thinking about it, and maybe tonight and over the weekend you can do more research should you decide to continue down this career path further. At the end of the session, Jason's going to take a few minutes to explain to you how AAG is here to support you, what we can do for you in partnership with SGU. And hopefully the most exciting part is we have left plenty of time for you to ask us any questions, either in English or in Indonesian. If those of you who want to ask us a question are not comfortable in public speakings. We have got plenty of time to network at the end of the sessions. We will be providing free pizzas and free drinks over here. So for those of you who have got time and is available and would like to stay for chats or ask more questions at the end, we will have free pizzas and drinks available. So please do stay behind and join us. So that's what we've got planned for you today. How does that sound? Give me a yes or no. Come on, you can do better than that. Louder, please. All right, okay. So in that case, let me get the party started and pass you on to Jason. And I will return shortly. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Auntie Sandy. So we'll move on to the fundamentals first, because to be able to become a technopreneur in the blockchain and Web3 era, obviously you need to know what blockchain is, what Web3 is, and to know the fundamentals of these technologies first, right? Okay, so first things first, what is Web3? So we basically have, I think we should understand what Web 1 and what Web 2 first. Web 1 is basically the static read-only websites or applications. It's almost not used anymore nowadays. A good example for this is like static yellow pages where you can access and read only a list of phone numbers with their company names, whereas the Web 2 technology is where most applications nowadays is based in. So these Web 2 technologies allows you to both read and write. So there's interactivity. And a very good example for this technology is actually Wikipedia. An online collaborative encyclopedias where users can create an article, can edit them, modify them, and also share this information to your friends and families and colleagues and much more. But it doesn't stop there. I think most of you already have like applications like Gojek, e-commerce platforms like Tokopedia, Bukalapak, Blibli, and so on. They are all based using Web 2 technologies. Whereas in Web 3, it is actually the combination of both Web 2 technology and also the use of blockchain technology. The difference here lies with the blockchain technology, where you can own your data, because in Web 2, most of your data is actually stored in a centralized database owned by the respective companies that are operating the application. So by having these blockchain technology, it will open endless opportunities. And I think there will be much more Web3 technologies application that will be released in the coming years. And moving on to the metaverse. So basically, there is no clear, unified, singular definition for metaverse, even amongst experts, because quite a new thing. And for AAG's definition ourselves, so basically metaverse is actually the 3D version of the internet. So basically everything that you search, everything that you want to find on the internet, you can access it using 3-dimensional and immersive things. So metaverse can be accessed not only through VR and AR using mixed reality headsets, but it can also be accessed through lots of mediums like mobile phones, laptops. So it has no physical limitation on the mediums. And for the NFT, may I know, can you raise your hand for whoever knows what NFT is? Okay, I see a handful of people. So for those of you who don't know, NFT stands for non-fungible token. It's basically a digital version of collectible art as of now in blockchain. So using this, actually, you can create a unique asset and it can be traced back to the original author. So suppose if digital artist creates a picture or an artwork, and he or she it online. And maybe if he or she publish it online and people keep on sharing the same artwork throughout the suppose if the digital artist share her work to the internet and it is being shared across the internet, then there is no way for people to trace it back to the original author. But using blockchain technology, you actually do that. So there are 3 types of NFTs up until now. The first one is a unique, and the one that you see on the right is actually a quite popular one and an expensive NFT. It is a Bored Ape Yacht Club, BAYC NFT, and it is actually a unique only one copy minted on the blockchain. Maybe you have also heard about Gozali Everyday. That is I think the famous Indonesian who take a selfie of himself and posted it as an NFT and is sold for quite a sum of money. So here comes the second type of NFT, which is a unique asset with quantity. So maybe I can give an example of, so I'm actually enrolled in University of Nicosia in the NFTs and the Metaverse course, and they use NFT as their access token to their course. And you need to have lots of copies of the same NFT for it to become an access token, because there's not only one participant of that course, there's a tons of course participants. This is where the second NFT comes. Whereas in the third one, it is actually a bundle of the NFT being bundled together. So you can take an example of maybe a game, whereas in the game, maybe you have an equipment, you have your weapon, your headgear, your shoes. It can be bundled together and sent or used together. So as of right now, actually the use of the utilization of NFT is mostly only in the art or collectibles. But in the coming years, I'm pretty sure that there will be much more implementation of the NFT. There will be much more implementation in the gaming and also metaverse. But in the far future, NFT can actually also implemented in certificate tanah. So your certificate tanah, your title deeds can actually be implemented using NFT and stored in the blockchain. And you might ask why you need to do that, right? Because the answer is if you put this thing in the blockchain, then you can actually eliminate almost all intermediaries. And actually you can validate it. You can maybe have a property marketplace. Imagine a Tokopedia for property. So the use case for NFTs is actually very endless. And we are just scratching the top of it, the top layer of it. Okay, so maybe after getting to know some of the fundamentals of Web3 technology and blockchain, we should understand a little bit of the real life case studies, because you don't want to create something and reinvent the wheel, just make something that existing, right? So the first example is Greens. Greens is actually a restaurant in Plaza Indonesia, 5th floor. It's actually one of AAG's project as well. So you can go there and maybe have a fresh microgreens salad. And the interesting thing about this is that it is actually being planted in the greens in the Plaza Indonesia itself. And it uses both AI and IoT technology to control the water level, the city, the nutrients, and so on, and also the lighting to maximize the yields for the salad. And also, actually, Greens is there to solve a problem, which is a food shortage, which may be a problem in the future. Less and less people, younger generations, wants to become a farmer. Maybe back then it is a quite interesting job, but right now people want to go to the city and work in like become an office employees and so on. Maybe you want to become a tech engineers and so on, rather than to become a farmer. So Greens actually adopt Web3 technology to attract younger people. So they can actually indirectly involve to become a meta farmer by this NFT, which is actually tied to each pot's you guys will own the pot, and they can actually plant the harvest it, and this way you can actually in the end you can actually either claim your salad in Plaza Indonesia store, or you can actually cut off the profit when they sell it to other restaurants or maybe retailers or end consumers. Okay, so the next case study, sorry, pardon me for a moment. Yes. Okay, so yes. Okay, so the next case study is University of Hong Kong, where they are actually using NFT to represent the course completion certificate. So, you know, nowadays people can actually write anything on their LinkedIn profile, right? And there's no guarantee that they are actually true. I can actually wrote that I graduated from Stanford University, maybe in public relation, and nobody knows whether it is true or not. Even if the employer asks for like a digital proof or the digital certificate, I can actually always modify it using or create it somehow using Adobe Photoshop and other tools as well. So by using this NFT technology, the employers can actually validate, and using the blockchain technology, it becomes transparent that the user who owns this NFT actually already completed the course itself. And it uses a special NFT type called soulbound token, which means that it cannot be transferred from one wallet to another. Yeah, I think Yevon, my colleague Yevon, will go through the next case studies. Please, Yevon.
Okay, so the next case study is related to the application of immersive learning in the education. So the recent exponential advancement of this technology, specifically metaverse and blockchain, it also has revolutionized how education works today. So for example, if you want to conduct a chemical experiment, right now, you need to have all the chemical ready, and then you need to do some of your experiment. And if bad things happen, yeah, it can go kaboom. But using metaverse, we can simulate this so that the student can do the similar chemical experiment, of course, mimic a reality, but they can do that safely without the risk of getting exploited. And another example is for an adult education. So for example, medical student, they want to do some surgery simulation. They can do that inside the metaverse. And if they want to learn how to fly the plane, they also can do that in the metaverse. And yeah, they can do the simulation using the physical machine, but sometimes it's limited because we need to travel to the designated place and we need to have the physical machine in front of us. Now, if we implemented this in using the metaverse technology, we can expand the reach of the academy and the education, not only to the city or metropolitan student, but also to the student that located in the very remote area. And yeah, it is just the beginning, and it is very exciting to see where this technology can bring education in the future. And also related to the cybersecurity. So remember, in the technology field, the development of certain technology also bring impact to another field of technology. So sometimes we, as a student, we tend to separate between, oh yeah, I want to become a metaverse engineer, I want to become a cybersecurity engineer, but they are actually can be implemented within the same scope. For example, in the data privacy fields. Take example for the telemedicine application. I'm pretty sure that most of you already familiar and already use telemedicine app like Halodoc, Halodokter, Peduli Lindungi, and any other telemedicine app that may be available in the market. And now imagine if someone with a highly stigmatized disease, for example, someone with HIV or AIDS, okay, and then they travel to somewhere, and then they need to buy their medicine. Okay, now imagine if you are using a traditional telemedicine app. What you gonna do? You're gonna provide your information, your name, your ID, your address, and your medical condition, and everything else you need to provide to the healthcare provider and healthcare expert so they can provide the medicine that you need. But there is a problem. If there is something happen like data breaches, everyone in the internet will know that this particular person has this disease. For example, like in Indonesia, we have a data breach happening on our telemedicine app, and everyone on the internet can see the data of a particular person, including the disease that they have. So this is a problem that we can solve using the blockchain technology. Okay, so what is the solution? So the recent advancement of technology, for example, in the Web3 and blockchain, especially the zero knowledge proof, these together can help to tackle issue that we described in the previous slide. So the zero knowledge proof can be used to verify the authenticity of the patient data without the need to reveal the data themselves. So for example, if I want to buy a medicine, for example, the HIV patient, they can provide the proof to the healthcare provider, but the healthcare provider never know who is the actual person that need this medicine. The technology that can be implemented is zero knowledge. So that's why it's called zero knowledge. We just provide the mathematical proof, but they never know the actual person. But they will know that this person indeed need the medicine. And the second one is blockchain system. So remember that my colleague, Jason, he said that Web3 is a combination of Web2 combined with the blockchain technology. So you not only can read and write data, but you also own your data. So this is the idea in the healthcare. So we don't want our data to be stored in the centralized data, which if data breach happening, everyone can know. But we want to own our data. So this can be implemented using the blockchain system. And also blockchain system provide the transparency and immutability of record. So anyone cannot modify the record without consent of the patient itself. Even if the patient decides to change the data, the record of changes will be recorded in the blockchain. So this is very important and very good solution for data privacy. By using this, telemedicine provider can ensure the data privacy, data authenticity, and data confidentiality, which is the three pillars of cybersecurity. Okay, so after we know all the possibility of the solution, maybe some of you inspired and you want to implement some of the solution that we presented before, and you want to start your own company. Maybe you want to start your own project for your thesis. And how to start? You need capital, right? You need knowledge, you need mentorship. And AAG will do that. And this is the turn for Auntie Sandy. She will describe how we can do that.
Thank you. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Yvonne. How are we doing? Yeah? Are we still here? Are we still keeping you entertained? Give me a yeah. Come on, you can do better than this. Woo! Thank you for that one person. Okay, so you've heard from Jason and Yvonne some very basic definitions and what certain names means. You've also heard from Jason and Yvonne of real-life case studies of how Web3 technologies are being used right now. How are we feeling about Web3? What do you think? Is it a good thing? Or are you thinking, not so sure? Hands up if you think, yes, you're ready for Web3 technology. Okay, all right. We've got a few hands. Hands up if you would like to learn more. Fabulous. Fabulous. This is much more encouraging. Well, because we've got limited time here, for those of you who would like to learn more, please visit AAG's Academy website. There are plenty of materials there for you to take a look at and learn more about Web3 in your own time. But for those of you who are sitting here, is interested in starting your own business in technology, I won't go as far as Web3 just now, but hands up for those of you sitting here who's interested in starting your own business. Yeah, you're so keen. You're literally putting your hands up for everything, which is great. Okay, so again, hands up, anyone thinking of starting your own business? Okay, great. Keep your hands up if you're thinking about starting your own business with technology. It doesn't matter if it's Web2 or Web3. Okay, there's still quite a few of you. Great. So let me get started to the next part of our presentation. You can put your hand down. Thank you. So let me get started on the next part of our presentation. For those of you who didn't put your hand up, let me do my best to see if I can inspire you or help you self-identify whether or not you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur yourself. Why would anyone is crazy enough to start their own business? Okay. When you first decided you want to study at a university, especially at SGU, you're probably thinking, I want to study a degree because at the end of the degree, I want to use what I've learned. I want to use my degree certificate to get a job in a good company, in a corporate company, in a corporate enterprise. Maybe joining an internship or a graduate program where you can be trained, provided official structured training, and your career development path will be very structured. You go through different level of promotion. That full career journey is so structured, it may take you 5-10 years after graduation to get to a senior manager, director, or head of department. You may have a shorter career journey and get to your promotion faster if you're a hard worker and a high performer. In my 20 years of career before I joined AAG as a head of early talent for many conglomerates and global enterprises, that story is what everybody go to university would dream of. But I know for sure there's 1% of you as a minimum sitting here who does not fall into the category of following or enjoy following rules, or you feel that you're not performing your best if you have to obey to other people's rules. So here are the common traits that I and my team have identified of most people who are successful in starting of the business. These are the commonalities amongst them. First of all, as I mentioned earlier, those little rebels sitting here now, there will be some of you who feels that actually following other people's rules are not my thing. I don't enjoy listening to others. I enjoy listening to what others tell me to do or following rules. The commonalities amongst most of the successful entrepreneurs and people who start their own business is they like to control their own destinies. They like to make their own decisions. They've got this big idea and vision and dreams. They know how to deliver it. They would rather set their own rules than follow someone else's rules. The next commonality among startup business owners, founders, is that they're pursuing a passion. There is nothing more or much more anything better than actually making a living out of what you enjoy doing most and also what you're passionate about. It could be because you like solving problems or a particular problem, or it could be that you're so passionate about a hobby of yours. Making money out of it, creating your own job out of it is so enjoyable for some of you sitting here and for those who start their own business. Next, here comes the first reality drop. Starting your own business is very challenging. It's very high risk, okay? There's a lot of uncertainty. However, if your dream, you can turn your dream into reality and you create a very successful business out of it, the financial reward can be tremendous. And that is a significant attraction enough for people to go and start their own business. There are also others who start their own business because they are so passionate about making a positive difference to the community or to the world. And again, they turn this passion into making a living. So they're not purely there for financial gains, but really contributing a positive difference on what they truly believe in. And finally, as I mentioned earlier, the beauty of starting your own business, you're your own boss. You dictate the rules. There is no more 9 to 5, or you have to go into the office, sitting through 2.5 hours traffic going into your office and 2.5 hours traffic to get home. You don't have to go through that. If you start your own business, your own box, you can work anytime, anywhere you want. As long you control how, where, and how you work and where you work and when you work. The most important thing is all startup owners, all business owners are very hardworking people. It's not just you can work 9 to 5 or work a few hours here and there. There is also the reality of you may have to work 24 hours because if you serve a global community, a global market, because you will contribute, you will do anything you can and everything you can to turn your dream into reality. So those are some of the reasons why anyone would want to start your own business. Let me ask you now, anyone still wants to start their own business? Hands up. Anyone else who just thought, actually, I fall into that category? Any more? I think I see a few more hands up now. Which part did it got you excited? The flexible working part, the not being able to, not needing to sit in traffic part, or the financial reward part? All of them. They are all very attractive, aren't they? Okay, so let's keep it real now. Those are the benefits that amongst the common traits. Let's talk about, let me tell you about the risks that you're exposing into and the challenges you're most likely to face if you're going to start your own business, especially in technology and Web3. And this is where I'm going to refer to my notes. There are many challenges, and we're just going to call out a few today just to give you a flavor. First of all, Web3 technology is so new. The industry is still at its infancy. There are many unknowns and risks involved. So when you go and develop your product and services, you need to be able to feel comfortable navigating all this uncertainty in order for you to succeed. Next, because the industry and the technology is so new, the legal and regulatory landscape is constantly evolving to protect consumers like yourselves and your friends. What this means in reality is maybe a month or two ago, you think you can conduct your business this certain way, and you feel that's the best and most efficient way for you to conduct your business. But then next month, a new regulation could come in that will stop you and you won't be able to deliver your plan, your action plan anymore. So again, flexibility and adaptability is key here to success. If you hit a roadblock, how are you going to go around it in order for you to achieve your end goal? Well, I think technical complexity speaks for itself, and the amount of you here who put your hand up when I asked you, have you heard of Web3 before? Web3 and all these technical jargon, the actual technical complexity behind it is super unreal. I can't even describe it. I am still learning because the industry is so new. And also, I'm not a technical person. I've got zero computer science information system background. I am a pure business person. So in order for you to succeed in this world and to create and develop a product or service that meets real life challenges, you need to really understand the technical terms and the concepts behind Web3 technology in order for you to really make a compelling solutions, be it a product or service to solve a real life problem. Next, I'm going to be very real with you, and by the number of hands being shown through the questions we've asked you so far today, the adoption of Web3 technology is slow. It's very slow. Do you know why? Does anyone want to try and give me the answers? Why do you think Web3 technology adoption is slow. We've got a shy crowd here today. Okay, so Web3 adoption is slow because not many people understand the technology, the terminology. It's so complex, as I mentioned before. Secondly, people don't because they don't understand the basic terminology, they fear this technology because people generally fear what they don't understand. When they feel fear, they are not willing to open to change and challenge, and only small amounts of people is willing to be flexible enough to learn something new, to learn a new language, to learn a new way of doing things. So this is why it's important for AAG to partner with institutions like SGU to educate future users on the benefit of Web3 technology. And this is why we're here speaking with you today. And finally, why it has been such a slow adoption is there has been a few bad actors in the industry that has created a significant amount of bad press for Web3 industry. And again, those bad press and negative marketing and PR for the industry basically gives more fuel to people and cause fear amongst the communities, and they will continue to resist more. So this is why AAG, our colleagues, we are doing our best to show others like yourselves on how the technologies are currently being used and the positive benefit is currently being enjoyed by those who are fully embracing the technology right now. Next challenge, I think you will understand this for being a student here today. Being a new industry, it's a new market. There are lots of people, lots of opportunity for people to capitalize this new technology and the business opportunities that it brings. Therefore, if you're going to start your own business in Web3, you've got this idea. Your idea may not be unique anymore in a week's time, in 2 weeks' time, in a month's time, because I can guarantee you, because the Web3 industry, we are trying to solve real world problems right now using these technology. Whatever idea you've got today here in Indonesia, in the next hour, someone in the US or on the other side of the globe will have the same idea as you. So then this becomes a competition. The startup world is very, very competitive. So the speed of delivery and the quality of your delivery is key to success. So it's not all doom and gloom, guys. It's not all doom and gloom. Let me share with you what are the opportunities these challenges can offer you. First of all, with the decentralized and transparent nature of blockchain and Web3 technologies, it means that new products and services are being created every day that challenges existing norms, existing established processes or way of doing things. With this disruption, new business models are being created using the decentralized nature of blockchain and Web3. And this is enabling what previously is impossible, such as decentralized finance, or what we call DeFi, or decentralized autonomous organizations called DAOs. With the new industry being born, and also we're disrupting the old way of doing things, there is also a new way of funding for startups. And just to give you an example, this is new to me too. I was not aware of this until 12, 13 months ago, when AAG also offered our own initial ICO. ICO stands for Initial Coin Offerings, and basically it's a new way of fundraising. Also there is the new version of crowdfunding, which is also decentralized. Next, the opportunity for reaching globally. You're probably thinking, Sandy, we can reach globally currently using using our existing technologies. That's what internet is for. However, let me give you this example. When you try to make an overseas transactions, when you're trying to pay a friend or family to transferring some money from your Indonesian bank account, let's say, into your US bank account, that transaction, what is the likelihood for their money to instantly, you hit the button on your online banking account and for it to be receiving on the other in the US bank account straight away? What do you think? How long do you think it takes currently? Sorry? Several days. Okay, right? Okay. What if I tell you by using blockchain technology, that transaction can happen almost instantly and definitely within minutes? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Good. Why is it a good thing? Time is money. Yeah. Yeah. What if the person you are trying to send money to, they need the money to buy food? What if the person you're trying to send money to, they need the money to buy medicine or pay for medical care? And they've got a real urgent need for it. Instant transfer or transaction happening instantly globally is definitely have got its benefit than waiting for 3 or 4 days. And then finally, early mover advantage. I won't dwell on this point. We talked about it earlier. It is a fierce market out there. You will have a lot of competition. So speed is the name of the game in order for you to win. So anyone else? Let me check in again. How many of you want to start your own business now? Have we got more hands? Got a few more hands. Got a few more hands. Keep your hands up, right up, if you're interested in starting your own business in technology. We've got more hands up. Ooh, okay, this is exciting. This is good. I think are we doing our job? And keep your hand up if you think you want to start your own business in Web3. Oh, we've got more hands up. Oh, this is very, very good news for me. Thank you. And also means that you're listening. Great. So, shall I share with you, for those of you who are interested in starting your own business in Web3, shall I share with you now what you need to do, what you need to start thinking about, your early steps? How does that sound? Yes? No? Or are you just waiting for pizza? Yeah, okay, all right, let's go. So, the first thing you need is to come up with your idea. What is, it could be, it could be just one, but generate a list of ideas. Think about what do you want your business to be? What problem are you trying to solve? And through, in a nutshell, you're trying to write down your dreams. What are your dreams? What do you want to achieve? What do you want your business to achieve? Once you've written down a list of your ideas, look through it. Have a think about how you will deliver it. Is it realistic or is it very far-fetched? Can you turn your dream into reality? What resources have you got available to you to turn your dream into reality? That process basically means you're drafting out your business plan. I'm sorry. We will talk through the details of the business plans shortly, but the other elements of what you need to get started, and we will talk through it in more details, includes once you've written down your dream and you've got an idea on how you're going to turn your dream into reality, you need to think about who you want to come and support you, who do you want to bring with you to continue and deliver your dream, turn your dream into reality. Because as we talked about, speed is the name of the game, and there's only one of you. You can't achieve everything yourself because you've only got 24 hours a day and you need sleep. Okay, everybody needs sleep to function. I'll also tell you about the importance of networking and what it means and why we're providing pizzas and drinks for you, so you can start practicing your networking skills. Next element is you've got your business plans, you know what you're going to what you want your business to be and how you're going to deliver it. We're going to think about how you're going to turn your business idea, your business plan into revenue. How are you going to sell yourself? How are you going to sell your company and sell your products? And why is that important? Finally, the biggest part, very, very important part. You are a business, you're going to start your own business. It's essential for you to stay alive. Staying alive means you must have money in the bank for your own survival. So you need to plan early. You should never ever run out of money in the bank when you run your own business. And then finally, thinking of the best case scenario, your dream and reality comes true, your company become a successful business. What does that mean? What does that mean next? So let's talk through the options in a bit more details. Your business plans. Like I mentioned earlier, this is basically you are having a sit down, how are you going to turn your dream into reality physically? What are the actions you need to take? And what are the timelines? Think about the resources you need. A business plan should consist of these high-level elements. The executive summary is basically a few sentences, very concise sentences, to be able to tell others what is your business about, how are you going to do it, how are you going to make money out of it, and why you're doing it. Your business plan should also highlight the opportunities and the challenges that you will be facing. And for the challenges, how are you going to overcome the challenge and what resources do you need? Market analysis. Ultimately, you need to understand your competitions. Your idea, are there many other companies or businesses out there right now? What makes your business unique to theirs? Because you're fighting for customers, you're fighting for profit share. In order for you to survive, you need to have enough money in your bank. So how do you make sure your product and services is unique and you can gain more of the market share? Products and services, we've been talking consistently throughout this seminar so far, is that what's the unique selling point? Why is your product and service different? Why is it you're doing this? What problem is it solving in the real world? Ultimately, you need to get it across very quickly and shortly, the benefits of your product and services. Marketing and sales. We talked about you've got your dream, you know how to turn it into reality. If you're a startup, no one's heard of you before. How do you make yourself known? Not just yourself as an individual, but your company. How do you raise the brand awareness of your company? So your customers, your target customers know you exist. Not only just because of what you know about you and your products, they need to know you exist first. Get them interested, and then they will find out more, and they want to find out more about your product and services. And then the sales will come. So when the sales starts coming, people want to get the interest and people want to buy your products and services. You also need to have a good think about what's your pricing strategy? How are you going to sell it? At what cost to your customers? You don't want to set too low because you're a business, you need money to survive. You don't want to be making a loss. But then how do you also know that you're not setting your price too high? So you need to have a think about that, do your research and seek advice to make sure you're pricing your services and products correctly. Operations and management. This is where I get a little bit passionate about. Everybody can have an idea. Anyone can have an idea. Anyone can have a good high-level concept of how they make their idea come true. However, in order for you to be resourceful, because as a startup, you will have limited resources. And I don't just mean about money, time. You've only got 24 hours a day. You need to eat, you need to sleep, you need to go and do other personal things to keep yourself alive. So you can just keep your company alive. So how do you maximize the efficiency of your resources? Therefore, it needs careful planning, and you need to write down the process step by step, and you need to continuously review your process to ensure you are making the most out of all the resources available to you to deliver your dream. Management, your team. You can start your startup on your own, but it will be very, very difficult. And also you need to be aware of your limitation, what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. In order for you to compete in a very, very crowded market, we talked about the speed of delivery and speed of your services, delivering quality goods. So it's always helpful to have someone else with you. And when you start bringing a team on board to help you deliver your dream, you need to understand each other's strengths and weaknesses, so you can complement each other on what you can offer in order for you to deliver your dream together and your team goals. And I've touched upon on financial planning, and it links to the pricing of your products and services. But also you need to keep an eye out and plan about your overheads. You know, what is the consistent cost that's going out of your business, and how are you going to recover it by generating revenue? You need to know where your break-even point is, because that will give you an indication on how long your business can survive, and when you need to start planning for more injection of capital. That's the business plan. I started telling you about building the team. So let me add on top of that. Starting a business is very challenging, not just emotionally, not just physically challenging, but there's also emotionally, it's an emotional roller coaster. There's a lot of uncertainty, and because you're starting something new, you're most likely venturing into an area that you've never experienced before in your life. So it's always good to have a friend to support you, not just from an emotional perspective when you're feeling down and you experience challenges, to give you a confidence boost, but also when you're physically not available, you've got an extra pair of hands to help you to continue your plan and delivering what you're trying to achieve, to help you and your business to get that first mover advantage. We've already talked about the importance of finding a team with various level of experiences and different expertise. So I won't dwell on that further. Next, the art of networking. Do we like making friends here? How many, put your hands up, how many of you actually like making friends? No one likes making friends. Oh my goodness. Yeah, okay, we got, you're just all being shy. Okay, we all like making friends, right? Friends are important in our lives. Friends enrich our lives and provide support. Same in a business world. Networking means going to making new friends. By making new friends, you're learning something new, and you're also finding someone who's got any skills or experience that you currently do not have, and maybe you can leverage their help and support to make to contribute to the success of your business and make your business grow. I know that being extrovert and being sociable is not everyone's trait and strength. So all I'm going to say to you is that networking is essential to your business. And in order for you to get good at networking, practice makes perfect. And you can start by the end by joining us for pizza and drinks at the end of this seminar. In order for you to have to make a successful connection, my top tips to you is make yourself memorable by being helpful. Okay. If you can help the person you're speaking to, your new friend, in any kind of way, by either sharing an experience with them so they can learn something of you, or just by sharing another contact. If they've got a problem that you can't help with, but you know someone who can, they will remember you. And in return, later on in your friendship, if you need help, you can share your problem with them, and maybe they can direct you to find a solution that way. For those of you who are interested in joining or starting your business in the Web3 world, I would highly advise you, don't just make friends amongst the people who looks like you, who speaks like you, who's on the same journey as you, okay? Web3 being a new industry, everybody is starting new. So the majority of the time, you will have the same experience, same knowledge. Making friends with a different generation, a more older generation, a more experienced generation, making friends with people who doesn't look like you and speak like you or hang around in your circle is actually a very good thing. Having a diverse group of friends, basically you are filling your blind spots. What you're not good at, your friends could be good at, and therefore you can solve a problem quicker. Learning by listening is key. Just like I said, ask questions. Majority of the students I've come across in my career so far, they're very afraid of asking questions. We've got a Q&A session at the end of this seminar. So I would be so interested to see how many of you are brave enough to ask me and my friends from AAG here questions. By asking questions, you are basically investigating and trying to find out what the person is good at that you're speaking to and how they can help you, either right now to help you solve any challenge that you're facing, or maybe in the future, because no one knows what problems or challenges you could be facing in your personal life or in your business life in the future. So by asking questions, you'll remember, making yourself memorable, you will remember who can help you at what time in your business journey. And of course, after you meet a new friend, make sure you exchange contact information. And just to share a fun fact with you, in the Web3 world, we like to share contact information. How do you think we share our contact information in a Web3 industry? What do you think? If I meet someone in a Web3 world right now, how do you think I get their telephone number or email addresses so I can have another conversation with them and stay in touch with them in the future? What do you think? Feel free to just shout at me. No need to be shy. I think they're on the sugar low right now. I think they need the pizza and the fizzy drink. Most professionals, you're probably thinking, oh, you exchange business cards, and maybe if you've got a LinkedIn account, you will add each other on the LinkedIn account. That's not the case. When we go into Web3 networking events, what we do is we take a selfie. You guys know what selfies are. You take selfies every day. So we take a selfie with our new friends. We ask them for their contact details. Maybe it's a telephone number. Maybe it's a Telegram handle. Maybe it's a Twitter or Instagram account. We can then send each other the photo. By doing that, we can remember what each other looks like. And then instantly, we know we've got the correct contact information of the other person. And you can follow up that way.
SGU, Swiss German University.
And if you're smart
Sangat, Pak. Karena iya, sangat.
The conversation you're having with the other person, you in your instant messaging exchange with the photo, you can put a few sentences saying, "Hi, it's Sandy from AAG here. We talked about this, and I look forward to having a follow-up conversation with you." Because when you go to a networking event, you're guaranteed to meet more than one or two people. So in order for you to remember who you've spoken to, who you've met, who you've spoken to, and what you've spoken to, that is a very good way to help yourself remember and also help the other person to remember you. Growth strategies. This is how you're going to make yourself known. Make yourself and your business known, and then get people interested to find out more about your product and services. So what are the channels? What are the channels that marketing channels you're going to use to promote yourself, promote your business, and promote your product or services? How do you think you should decide what marketing channels you should use? Your market, let me say, when I say marketing channels, I mean marketing methods. Anyone? Sorry? Facebook ads, okay. Do you think Facebook ads going to reach a 75-year-old grandma living in the hills in the middle of the Philippines? Yes? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Sorry? Sorry? Influencer. Again, if your target audience is a 75-year-old grandma living up in the hills in the middle of a very remote ground in Indonesia, who doesn't have access to internet or social media, how are they going to find out about your company through influencers? Okay, so what I'm trying to get through here is, when you think about how you're going to promote yourself, your company, and your product and services, you need to think about your target audience. Who do you want to be buying your product and services? Because once you've identified that, you will know how best to communicate with them. And those are your first round, your primary marketing channels. Again, I mentioned earlier, once you've identified your target audience on who you want to buy your product and services, then you'll need to do a little bit more research about them, about their spending power. How much money can they afford to buy your product and services? And whether or not what they can afford can help you and your business to stay afloat or make a profit. Okay. In the interest of time, I'm going to fast forward. Let's cover financial and profitability. We mentioned earlier, never ever run out of cash, okay? Because once you're out of cash as a business, you're game over. So without going through every single one, we have given you a list of sources of where you can seek funding from. We will share this slide deck with you at the end of the presentation. So you can look into the methods and the details a bit more in your own time. But the key point here is identify your sources of funding, do whatever you can to go and apply for funding should you decide to start your own business, but also understand, always have a clear view, a clear visibility of how your financial health check. Because one, you need to understand where your break-even point is, and you need to plan ahead to keep your business afloat for as long as possible. Okay, so fast forward. You started your own business, you put in the hard work, you've done everything you can to turn your dream into a reality. And your business is very successful and it's making so much money that you can go and buy yourself your fancy car and a beautiful house for your mom and your dad and your family, etc. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do with your business? There are many, many options. So as a business owner, you need to think ahead. Is money the key thing here for you to sell the company, make the money, and then keep the money and then leave the business and give it to someone else? Or do you truly believe in your passion and your cause and why you started your business in the first place? And you're passionate about helping more people through your own success. So there are a couple of common exit strategies, and let me just talk through them very briefly with you here. Mergers. When you've decided your company, you reach to a growth point that you can't grow anymore on your own, businesses do decide to find a partner, a similar company with a similar goal, and you guys can buddy up, join as a business, merge with each other to create one company. So you're joining your resources, giving yourself a longer lifespan, by merging your resources, not just money, but also your people and knowledge, then that means you can also deliver your product and services faster and potentially at a better quality. On the other end of the spectrum is that you've done so successfully, you want to sell your business because your business is so successful. You can sell your business as a whole, or you can take it apart and sell it in different elements to raise more funds and capital out of the sale. By doing so, you as a business owner can decide that by selling your company to other people, maybe a bigger a company with more resources who share the same dream as you, your customers will get a better experience. Your community can get a better service from the new company, and you can then take a seat back and maybe look into other opportunities to continue to serve your customers. And finally, if your business actually have got a very solid and healthy growth pipeline, you could go public and raise more funding to help your company to grow as it currently is, so you can get more funding, get more people in, and serve more customers. I think I've spoken enough now. I think you're all getting bored of me. So I'm going to take a seat, have a drink of water, and I'm going to pass you on to Jason to tell you how AAG can help you.
Okay, so thank you again, Auntie Sandy, for the wonderful, insightful presentation on how to get started and why you should become a technopreneur, especially in the blockchain and Web3 space. I hope that you are inspired to become one someday if you want to become a technopreneur. And we will now explain to you how AAG can actually help you. So as you saw earlier, we actually already signed an MOU with SGU, and we are starting a partnership with SGU to provide further collaborations in education, especially to help you guys who want to start startups, so that we can assist you. And these are the things that we can help you with. So we are still in talks with SGU parties, and this is not final yet, but we obviously can provide you with mentorship for those of you who want to become a technopreneur. And we can also have a fireside chat. So in our company, every Friday, we do a fireside chat. For those of you who don't know what fireside chat is, so fireside chat is basically to spark and to produce ideas, not just from the top down, not just from the CEO and to the staff level, but our CEO Jack always wants some crazy ideas so that we can generate and populate more ideas from bottom up. So that's where fireside chat is. And we can have a fireside chat with our Web3 tech startup leaders. Maybe our CEO can come in, join us once in a while. And the next one is maybe if you want to have a further Web3 discussion, workshops, discussion groups, and so on, we can support further basic Web3 learning, because I see that most of you are not really aware of the Web3 technologies just yet. And lastly, we can actually also provide funding support, funding guidance on if you already have a startup ideas and you already have an MVP, minimum viable product, we can actually direct you to those funders, maybe venture capitals, maybe angel investors, government grants, private grants, and so on. So yeah, I hope that this collaboration with SGU will be fruitful in the future, and we will also meet again. And I hope that you are inspired by today's presentation. So as a token of appreciation for you guys, because you already come here and listen to us for like almost 2 hours now before the question and answer session, we would like to show our gratitude for you by giving a free NFT. And you can actually, I know that it's too small for you to see, especially for those of you who are sitting in the back. But I'll just say, you can actually say, scan the barcode, or you can actually open the website getmeta.1/ref/P-SGU, capital SGU. So I'll just repeat that one more time so that you can open the website. It is getmeta.1/ref/capital P-SGU. So when you open this website, you'll be asked to download our crypto or Web3 wallet, and using our referral code, which is P-SGU, you will be the NFT will be automatically be minted to your address. So you don't need any gas fees. You don't need to buy any cryptocurrencies, just like traditional MetaMask or other crypto wallets, where you need to buy some cryptocurrencies and pay the gas fee before the NFT reaches to your crypto wallet. And maybe to give you a little bit more overview on the advantages of our Meta One crypto wallet. So it's actually different from the popular ones like MetaMask. So we actually have a integrated dApp store, which is a Web3 app, or you can say dApp as well. And in here, we also have more features because it's cross-chain. It supports various different cryptocurrencies, and also it has built-in Block Explorer, dApp Store, web browser, so that you don't need to access these Web3 apps or dApps outside this app itself. So may I know, can you raise a hand for those of you who are installing Meta One crypto wallet to get the NFT? Okay, I see quite a handful of you. And anyone else? May I see a show of hand here? Okay, so yeah. Okay, so be sure to follow us as well in our social media websites. You can access our website in aag.ventures, that is aag.ventures. And we are actually active in Discord, LinkedIn, Medium, Instagram, and also Telegram. And actually this is our contacts. If you have actually further questions, inquiries, or if you would like to connect with us on LinkedIn, this is our LinkedIn account. And yeah, I think now we are open for question and answer session. Okay.
Thank you, Jason. Right. So everyone, we've come to the end of our presentation. We're going to, like I mentioned earlier, and what Jason said earlier, in order for us to show our token of appreciation for your time joining us today at this seminar, we're offering all of you an NFT. In order for you to receive the NFT, you need to download our Meta One wallet. So what we'll do is we'll keep the QR code in the background for you. So when we finish speaking, when you come and enjoy yourself with a few pizzas and a drink, you can come through here and take a snapshot or photo and access the code straight away. What the NFT will do for you is basically your first, hopefully many of your first digital asset. And the NFT will act as your confirmation that you've attended this seminar with us today. If you also follow our social media, our Discord channel, Facebook, Instagram, via our website, what we will share with you in the next near future, next few months, is we're going to build additional benefits behind your NFT. What that means is in the future, by showing your NFT, by attending this seminar today, you could get discounts or freebies in local businesses in the future. So I think it's highly worthwhile for you just to experiment with this new technology, download Meta One, make sure you collect your free NFT, and keep it in your pocket, stay in touch with us to see how it's going to help you to continue your Web3 journey in the future. So I can see our pizzas and drinks have arrived on the side. Let me, before I let you go, let me see if any one of you is brave enough to ask us any questions. Oh, we got a taker. All right. Okay, we got 2 takers. Let's go there first. You're welcome to speak, ask your questions in English or in Indonesian, okay? So whatever you feel most comfortable. Please, by asking a question, let us know who you are, what your name is, and who your questions is to. Myself, Sandy, Jason, or Yevon.
My name is Dylan. I am from IT semester 1, and I just have just a bit of a question. So we have, sorry, semester 2, my bad, guys. So there was an event in Bitcoin where we have a hoarding problem where one person would hoard all the coins and basically creating a centralized blockchain. So how does your technology prevent all this from happening, I guess? Because you mentioned about decentralized blockchain and all that. So what's your solution to this problem?
Sorry, can you actually increase the volume so that we can hear it much more clear?
Check one, check.
Sorry.
Okay, so in Bitcoin, there was an event where a individual basically they hoard all the coins. So they are creating a centralized blockchain basically. And I just want to know what's your solution, because you mentioned that you will be making a decentralized blockchain in the future. I just want to know what is your solution to that problem.
So you're mentioning that Bitcoin is centralized?
They were hoarding the coins. So basically they are taking all the coins in and basically, controlling the coin, the value of the coin. Yeah, the exchange, sorry.
I think what your question is whether or not we hold any tokens or our customers' digital assets with our crypto wallet and our blockchain. The answer is no. We don't actually hold any digital assets our customer holds through our wallet. Our customers, they actually own their own. They hold their own assets. We don't touch it. We're not an exchange. Okay, so I hope that answered your question. Thank you very much for your question. That gentleman at the back in the white jacket, please. Thank you, Min.
Good evening. My name is Pascal from Industrial Engineering semester 8. I want to ask about the question regarding the technology of blockchain. So in 2018 and 2019, Taiwan used to be a big company, HTC, released their phone with blockchain technology called HTC Exodus 1 based on HTC U12 Plus, and its successor 1S after that. Although the HTC Exodus phone did not catch up because HTC was already in so much. Do you think blockchain will eventually catch up to the phone where like Samsung or Apple will adapt that technology in the future? Although for now, some people still ridicule the technology because how we have seen in internet. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question. I'm really sorry. I did, because the microphone was so bad, I couldn't hear your question properly. But I think you're asking, the question you're asking is how Web3 technology is going to change the hardware, the equipments we use currently.
Yes, like as just I say, the current company that only implementing blockchain so far is HTC, to be a big smartphone company in the past. Now it's become insecurity because they're in the bleed. So for now, although blockchain has gained gain attention, it has not catch up in the smartphone industry somehow, because we have not seen a Samsung or iPhone or even like Xiaomi phone has that technology for now. Do you think maybe at least in 3 years or 5 years, will that catch up when the blockchain gonna be is bigger than that right now?
Yes. Okay, thank you for the question. I think you're referring to the STC smartphone where you can store your own private key within the phone, right? Yeah, so that's actually what our company opposed to, because the idea of self-custody seems so sexy, right? You own your private key and then you own your money. But the problem with that, I think in the recent weeks, even the Bitcoin core developer, he had their Bitcoin hacked because the hacker, they succeed to steal the private key from his computer. So the idea of saving your own private key within the phone, I think that's a very, very bad idea. And that is something that our company actually trying to solve. What Meta One actually using, we are using some kind of VSS cryptography. It's very variable sharing secret cryptography. So how it works is we have a private key, and then we kind of break it into several, and then we distribute it into several places. One we save in the user account, one in the custody, and one in the other place. So when we want to sign a transaction, the private key will be combined into one for a very few milliseconds. And then after that, your private key got destroyed. So by doing that, the hacker has a very little chance to steal your money because your private key is never stored on your local storage. So yeah, I think that's our opinion about the STC blockchain phone. It is very similar to the hardware wallet. I think you can search on the YouTube and someone managed to break it. So yeah, that is our take. So any other question? Maybe, yeah, please. Is there a mic? Yeah, yeah. But... Yep. I will ask that, do you think DeFi will be supported by the government? If the government cannot monitor and financial transactions. Okay, thank you for the question. So the question is whether government will support DeFi. But yeah, this is quite interesting. Sandy, yesterday, we together and the AAG team, we visit the crypto literacy event. Okay, so in that event, actually we have a lot of crypto company and they seem supported by the government, right? Because government conduct the event and they invite all the crypto company. So the question to that is, I think, yeah, because it will be, I mean, for the technology revolution, we cannot evade that, right? It's happening, and it affects everyone, all of us. So in the end, I think government will support us. Yeah. Any other question? From this side, maybe. So, okay, I think I will hand over to Sandy.
Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you for your questions. I think you all need a sugar boost right now. So I'm going to say thank you so much for listening. I hope you found our presentation useful. I hope I have not put you off in considering starting your own business. Definitely, if you would like to learn more about starting your own business or Web3, or would like to ask any of those questions on a one-to-one level, myself, Jason, Yvonne, and the rest of the AAG team will be here for the next hour to serve you pizzas and drinks. So please join us for a few slices of pizza and drinks. And thank you again for having us. And we look forward to helping you to benefit from the metaverse economy in the near future. Thank you so much. Please feel free to come and join us. The pizza boxes are all open. Just help yourself. Come over here. It's all over that side.
Yes, thank you, Sandy, Yvonne, Jason. Yeah. So it's time for us to do networking. Yeah. Please do not hesitate. Yeah, feel free. Yeah, mingle each other. Maybe we could start with ada Obert. Ada Obert. Okay, welcome Obert. Yeah. Yeah, we could start. Join there. Yeah. Feel free. Step Paco, maybe you could invite the students. Students sih biasanya beringas. Beringas. Ayo, come on. Ya. Ini kayaknya lagi asik sama Pak Ikhlas nih gue dengar. Jadi ya. Okay, yeah. So class, so we provide also QR code. Yeah, QR code for you to give feedback. Yeah, give a feedback. So you can scan QR code there. Yeah, at the pizza corner here. Okay. Please scan the QR code there and then give a feedback for us. Question 4?
The parking service. They only said pizza walls, but
Yes. Penabur. Thank you, Ram.